Yo, what's good? Welcome to episode 2 of Spawn Point. Today's guest, we have my sparring partner. That's you.
Oh, that wasn't rehearsed.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yo,
I'm a sparring partner. I'm an annoying sparring partner from what I can recall.
I wouldn't say that. I dealt with worse.
Yeah, I'll take your word on that.
All right. Let's start the hunt. Then we get into the questions.
Have you posted a quest?
Oh, I haven't. Don't know what quest do I have.
Oh, I don't know. What is your hunter rank? We
uh,
might have to.
see.
I might have to play around you. Oh,
Uh,
your master rank's way higher than me. Never mind. You're gonna play around me. That's how this is gonna work tonight.
okay.
Let's fight a Rathian. Why not?
All right.
The easy option. However, I'm not gonna bring in a hammer for this.
All right. Boom.
I shall go with my usual lance. Big old poking stick.
All right. Let's get into this. Ah, eat at the cap. Okay. We can start with the first question. You ready?
Yep, go for it.
What got you in?
Actually, hang on. Sorry. Let me turn the game down. There we go, so I can hear you better. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you that bad.
It's all good. What got you into content creation?
Into content creation. I've actually, before I started VTubing, I actually did a little bit of streaming, but uh I didn't I didn't go as hard into it as I like have been now, obviously.
Oh,
I spawned T-Rex and Rathian right
oh,
next to
this
each
is not
other.
where I want to be.
Well, we can just kind of hang out for a moment and let that happen.
Okay, so you,
It was always something that I liked doing and wanted to do. Whenever I was much younger, I actually had a couple of friends. I had one friend who liked to record videos, like his own personal little movies and stuff like that.
oh,
And I was always a part of them. They weren't great. I'm gonna be real, like not to disrespect my friend or anything like that, but
nah,
I think if he were to look back at them, even he would be like, no, I mean, what do you expect from a couple of like middle school, high school kids?
yeah, there's a lot of people who made videos in middle school and high school. Like, we kind of don't want those to resurface.
But I've always, even though I'm not like an avid stream like a Twitch watcher, I've always been interested in streaming just because I enjoy the entertainment factor of streaming.
Okay, I've been asking people, how do you figure out about Twitch?
How did I figure out about Twitch?
Yeah,
Hmm. I'm not entirely too sure. I think what it might have been was like, I really don't know because there aren't very many people that I would say I watched a lot more YouTube than I did Twitch all that much.
okay,
I think maybe I had a friend that was streaming one time and told me, "Oh, this is a thing. This is a thing that, people do and that's just how it works, that kind of stuff." And that's just kind of how I found out about it, but that I am paralyzed.
oh shit, okay. Um, what what motivates you to keep going with content creating?
To keep going, it's all well, I mean, again, I started out not going as hard on it as I am right now. But whenever I first started, it was definitely like just kind of that, it's a fun thing to do. And eventually when it came to like the VTubing and stuff like
Oh,
that,
I
I was
died.
like, oh, the
Oh, I'm
the
alive.
the possibilities are here. I'll slap down a cleanser booster.
Oh, I didn't eat.
Oh, that would explain why.
I'll be back.
Go ahead, take your time. I will hold the fort and make sure he stays in one place.
Okay.
To keep going with content creation, I think it's fun, and the more honestly, like the more skills that I learn, with it. Like I started learning some video editing and the like, and I actually enjoy. It's a struggle to learn, particularly with the software that I'm using. But the more I learn and the more things like slowly start to come together, the more it's like, oh, I see, kind of stuff.
All right.
Let me take a sip here. Mm.
Another question: how do you balance IRL and streaming? I know a lot of people
Uh,
struggle with that when it comes to things.
Admittedly, I don't got much going on. If I'm being completely honest, there's not that much. Like the only time things really well, okay. So here's the thing: how I balance real life with streaming and the like.
Yeah.
Real life doesn't let me know real life is happening most of the time. So there'll be some sort of like, I don't know, like a family event or something like that. And my family and even my friends are all terrible at communicating with each other.
I feel that all too
So
well.
I won't how I balance it is my mind is okay, the day is happening, and then like the moment before the event is supposed to go down, the event's going down. So
I feel that all too well. People just spontaneously say, "Yo, you want to go do something?" Like an hour before you like start
right,
before you start
exactly.
streaming.
So like I'll be in the middle of a stream and I'll get a text. Oh, hey, you want to do this? And I'm like, I can't respond to you right now.
Okay. Now,
So there's no balancing. For me, it's just I wait. I wait and see.
okay. So this is a question just made for you. It's not like one of the default questions. What got you into fighting games? What started that
Got me into
adventure?
fighting games. I actually used to play a lot of Smash Bros.
Ah, Smash.
And I used not only a lot of Smash Bros, but like I don't know. So like I guess you could say like what started my fighting game. I mean, it started with Smash Bros. I feel like for quite a few people, it probably started with Smash Bros. If you didn't grow up with arcades, Smash Bros was probably your introduction.
Yeah.
Smash Bros or Mortal Kombat was probably your introduction. And for me, it was Smash Bros.
Ah, see,
And Smash,
which
like
one?
I would play it. 64 actually.
Okay.
I actually used to hate it
Oh.
because I would play it with my older brother and one of my older brother's friends, and my older brother didn't know how to play and his friend knew but
uh,
refused to teach me.
uh,
So I was the younger sibling who, had to deal with all that junk. And eventually some time went on. I bought a Wii at some point because, like who didn't have a Wii when a Wii came out?
yeah, everybody had a Wii. Even if you didn't want
And
one, you had it.
if you didn't have one, you definitely played one. But I had the Wii had the virtual console and I had bought I eventually because it had the point system that it was an okay point
I
system,
forgot about
but
that.
like I had some points left over and I saw that Smash 64 was on there, so I was like, yeah, you know what? Fine, whatever. Maybe not having, you know, asshole older sibling to be the asshole older sibling. Maybe I can actually play this game and enjoy it, and I loved it. I had so much fun with that game.
You said
And then
Smash
eventually
64, right?
yeah.
Okay.
And then eventually, since I had a Wii, I eventually got Brawl, and then I got a Wii U, and then Smash for the Wii U came out, and I got it on 3DS, and I played the crap out of it. And then I got together with a couple of old friends of mine, some friends that I hadn't seen in a good while. Give me one sec.
Okay.
I'm talking too much. I gotta refresh my palate. I had a couple of old friends from school and the like, and it turns out, oh hey, we're all getting together and like, hey, we're all just casually playing Smash Bros and hanging out. And yeah, we I would get together with like a group of like 7 or 8 friends, and we would all just have Smash Bros parties for like hours and hours and hours.
That's all fun as shit.
And then eventually, Ryu came out as DLC
Wait,
for
who?
Ryu,
Oh, Ryu. Okay.
from Streets.
Yeah.
And I started learning like the different inputs to do his moves in that game because it's made by Sakurai. He's gonna make the characters play like they do in their actual games. And I learned how to play Ryu, and I had so much fun learning how to play Ryu that I was like, I think I want to play more fighting games. And I did eventually. I eventually branched out. I actually because the only real system that I had that was reliable at the time was the 3DS, and I bought the Street Fighter 4 port for 3DS.
Oh my gosh, you brace. I never
And I
played
didn't
that
pl- I
port.
didn't I didn't play it online.
Okay.
I was like, "Hey, this is going to be my gateway into learning this game." And I didn't realize just how much of real fighting games I didn't understand. And then eventually I was like, maybe Street Fighter's not really for me. Let's try something else. And you know what? I am Whenever I was much 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 younger, me and my older brother would play Tekken 2 a lot.
Ooh, that's a good one.
And around that time, Tekken 7 was out. So I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm nostalgic for Tekken. Let's play Tekken. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna try learning this game. I'm gonna go online. I'm gonna see what I could do. And I got my ass whooped
Who'd you
hard.
start off with in Tekken 7?
As who everybody starter. I started with King.
King? Oh my. You came out the darkness. You switched from King.
Because King, well, the character that I always liked from Tekken was Alex, who is the boxing raptor.
Oh. Oh,
And he hasn't gotten his time to shine in a good while now.
he has
So
not been around. I forgot about Alex.
and then I eventually like there was one particular match where I got my ass whooped so hard and I hit that guy up and I was like, "Hey, do you think you can help me?" And since then, that guy has actually been playing fighting games with me for like maybe 7 years now.
Oh shit, that's nice. I
So like I've had somebody, you know what, if I'm your sparring partner, he was my sparring partner. And since then, me and him have been friends and we've been playing fighting games and since then I've been learning and been getting better. And I don't know, I picked up fighting games a lot better than I thought I ever would.
yeah, you
Not to
normally
say that I'm not to say that I'm like any like good at them. I'm not a prodigy or anything, but it was like I don't know what it was. Just fighting games was suddenly like I feel like I've been missing out.
okay. 'Cause you
And
normally
it's
don't see
time.
much people come from Smash into a fighting game. They just usually stick to Smash.
Well, that's the thing. The more I wanted to branch out and play other fighting games, my friends didn't really.
Ah.
They would have much rather stayed in Smash.
Thomas, you mentioned Smash. Who did you main in Smash games?
My first main was Zero Suit Samus.
Zero Suit? Okay. Who
It
you
was
playing
Zero Suit
64?
Samus, and in 64, it was just Mario.
Okay.
Like as the games went on, like in Brawl, and Brawl, I can't really say I had much of a main. It wasn't until Smash 4 that I could say that I actually picked up a main. But along that time, like I didn't want a main. I just kind of would go around every single character. And even though there were, I would say when Ultimate eventually came out, like there were characters that I was definitely better at playing, but I would say I could play every character in Smash and be able to hold my own decently.
Okay. Next question. VTubing.
Oh,
What inspired your design when it comes to your VTube model?
some design things actually originated from Monster Hunter.
Monster. Oh, I was not expecting Monster.
No, exactly. Like the name itself, Beatrix, that actually comes from a long time ago. I saw Kill Bill,
Okay.
and the name of the bride. Have you seen Kill Bill?
It's been a while, but yes.
So the name of the main character, you end up finding out is her name is Beatrix Kiddo,
Ah,
and for some reason the name Beatrix always stuck. So if I ever played, if I ever like made a character in a game that was just a female character, or if I was able to name the character in my own thing, I would name them Beatrix.
okay.
So that's just a name that's always been around in my life and has stuck around. In terms of design, there was always like one design philosophy that was in my head, and it was like tomboy.
Okay.
Like tomboy had to be a thing. And in terms of like the outfit and stuff like that, in terms of like the hair wise, like I wanted the vibe to be, and this is actually the vibe that I gave, are like the images that I would give like artists that were helping me out and like designing the character. The two references that I would give were Terry Bogard
Oh, no, I
and
see it
Lady
now.
from Devil May Cry.
I, I would never guess Terry at first, but now that you said Terry, I can see.
Yeah, right. And then like outfit wise, there were a few design changes here and there. But as time went on, eventually I finally found like the one design that I was like, that's it, that's the one. And that's kind of currently what you're seeing.
Okay.
The one specific detail though is the mole that's underneath my eye.
Yeah.
My good old cutie mark. But that actually spawns from Monster Hunter as well, because it was the only like, at least in like, because it came from traditional Monster Hunter where you had your face designs were very limited and restricted because that's just how traditional Monster Hunter was. You're not the main character of Monster Hunter, the monsters are, so who cares what you look like, right?
That is true.
But the one of the design things was just that the only one that I liked was, oh nice,
Hell yeah.
was the mole that was under the left eye, and that stuck. And again, it eventually got to a point where
Ooh, Ruby.
Beatrix stopped becoming a name that I gave to characters in games and started to become my own character that I would try to make when I could. So like in Bloodborne, I was able to make short-haired girl with a mole underneath her eye, and it's like, hey, there we go. There's Beatrix right there. And then, as time went on, things started going along with that. So that's pretty much that.
All right. So,
Your wings
oh
are so
shit.
strong.
I was trying to avoid that shot. Okay.
That's okay.
Next question. What's your favorite streamer moment?
My favorite streamer moment. Oh, that's a good question. Hmm,
Borrow some of that.
maybe like you're talking currently, like for
It's just
me,
yeah. Just it could be whenever from when you started streaming till now.
I would say probably one of my favorites, if not the or one of my favorite streamer moments, was pretty much the entire time I got to play Hi-Fi Rush.
That game's so good.
Like that was a game that I don't know if you've played that game or
Yeah, I
not,
played it.
but that is a game that is made for me, and I was hype and excited that entire playthrough.
That game is
And
so good.
what made that moment all the better was the game flat out said, "Hey, now we're going to teach you how to do a parry." And if you know me well enough, I love my parries.
How long ago did you
And
play Hi-Fi Rush?
I played that in January actually.
Okay. I remember, yeah,
I,
I played around launch. It's such a good game.
no, yeah, I was a whole year late. Here, hang on. Hold
Oh,
on.
oh
No, wait,
shit! Hit me!
I got bombs.
Oh,
Okay. You're too eager.
I like. Oh, I don't got bombs. I ain't know if you went to sleep. So,
But
oh,
I do.
now I'm going to sleep.
Well, shit. Here.
Okay.
But yeah. Oh fuck.
Wait, I'm
I
okay. I'm okay.
tried. I tried so hard.
Okay. What stream do you look up to? Any streamers? Like,
There are a couple. I would say the biggest inspirations for me are uh Woolly Versus, if you know about them.
I know about Wooly, but I never really watched Wooly content.
Well, it was the since disbanded Super Best Friends,
Yeah, I heard about
which
them.
was Wooly, Pat, and Matt. And at one point it was Liam, but eventually they split up, and Wooly, Pat, and Matt kind of went on and did their own thing. And Wooly and Pat, I watch I watch Wooly more out of everybody. And other than Wooly, the other really big inspiration is Maximilian Dude.
I love Max. Max is such a fun content creator to watch.
And other than that, those are the only two that I was like, that's the vibe I want to kind of hope to like have.
When did you
Do I have
discover
traps? I do have
Max?
traps. When I discover Max?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question. It wasn't. Oh, that's a good question. I really don't know. I might have honestly, I might have discovered Max through Super Best Friends
Oh.
because I think they had Max on for a video, and Max just kind of became a name that drifted around because you know how YouTube works.
Yeah.
YouTube hears your thoughts, and it starts recommending you videos based on what you're thinking at any point in time.
It's so creepy how YouTube does that.
But oh, excuse me. Since then, yeah, like I eventually found out Max, and I found out just how actually like funny and cool Max is. The way he goes about things, like Wooly is a fun vibe for me just because I think he's really funny.
Yeah.
And Max is a fun vibe because he likes to go about things, and I don't know. It's hard to describe the vibe that Max gives. He explained in a video that he wanted to make every single stream feel like an event. And I fully understand what he gets, and I feel like I've been trying to kind of do a little bit of the same thing.
Okay. Yeah. I hear a lot.
Lately I've been going through the entire Devil May Cry franchise, and it's a franchise that I know very well and can play pretty decently enough to show off a bunch of the flashy stuff. And I wanted it to be I want to get the viewers just as hype as I can get, basically. Whether I succeeded that is, that's up to question, but
Hey, as long as you're having fun with it.
I'm having fun as long as they're having fun. And well, okay, that's not entirely true because I definitely have way more fun than my viewers do.
Okay. Well, one of the questions I had you already answered was the origin behind username. Let's go with how do you think you can improve as a content creator?
A lot of simply by doing, really. I think I can improve. Like I have many ideas. I have many ambitions. A lot of it is just doing it,
Yeah.
getting it going, getting it started. So there's a couple ways that I can improve that come down to simply personal hurdles, I guess you could say.
Okay.
But outside of that, it really is just as simple as get it started, get it going, and keep it going.
Okay.
Do we have time for another quest?
Yeah, we get time. We
Okay,
could probably might have
I'll let you.
yeah, start
I'll let
recording
you pick
halfway
this time.
through. But yeah. Let me pick. Okay. Where's my boy? I need one with my boy. Where is he?
Oh, who is your boy? I forget who the boy was in Rise.
uh,
Who was your boy in Rise?
Zenogre always.
Hmm.
Do I have a Zenogre
Oh, I
quest?
haven't. I haven't. Have I fought a Xenogre yet? Let me check. I feel like
Let's see.
have I fought a Xenogre?
Do I have a Zenogre investigation?
I have not fought a Xenogre. I
Oh,
might actually not be able to join you on that quest then if that's the case.
that makes me slightly depressed.
I'm sorry.
You, okay, you boot up the next one.
I haven't gotten that far in Iceborne.
It's all good. You can put up the next quest. I'll join off you.
Okay.
All right. Now, another question. You're given unlimited budget. You have to host a streaming event. You have to stream. What is the event?
Probably a tournament.
A tournament?
Like I would say like a tournament of some kind. Maybe it doesn't have to be fighting games exactly, although I would like to run a tournament of like get a bunch of other like VTubers together, maybe some who would like to learn fighting games and or are new to fighting games, and I would just love to see how they go about things.
Okay. People do love VTubers, and they will watch anything, especially fighting game and VTubing things have been taken off really because I know Japan has do something with like the coaches. Then it'd be coaches, then a bunch of VTubers and team battle type
Well, it
things.
helps. It helps that there are some extremely well known fighting like FGC like people like figureheads like Sajam. Sajam recently hosted a what was it the Sajam Tekken Slam,
Yeah, that was a good one. I enjoyed that.
and the whole point of that tournament was bringing in newcomers and like put them in a tournament, see how they did. It was a newbie bracket basically. All these people who aren't pros or anything, just bring them in, like have them fight. And it helps that there were a couple of VTubers in there, and from what I've seen, at least maybe one of the VTubers was actually godlike at Tekken.
I
So
can't remember who it was. I remember I know.
I I I didn't see enough of it. I was just seeing little bits here and there.
It's a good watch. If you got to get a chance, I would say just like have it on the background and check it out.
I plan on it. But yeah, like I strive to teach and like help people, especially when it comes to things that like I know specifically like very very well. Like I've always been that kind of person that's like, if someone wanted to play Dark Souls for the first time, I want to tag along. Like I don't have to play the game. I just want to kind of hang out, and I want to teach them how to play the game. I want to tell them about like the lore of the game and stuff like that. I strive to help someone's experience with something be enhanced essentially. And I think having a fun tournament of newcomers, maybe even go in and like help teach all these people, learn what they need to do so that, they're not just going in slapping their hands on the controller in hopes that something would work. I want to go in and help them feel like they're actually improving or doing something.
Okay. That's my last. Yeah, that's my last question. So you can this section where shout out your socials and any upcoming projects you have.
My socials are on Twitter at Breaker B, and on actually that's the only social I have.
Okay.
On Twitch, you can find me at just Beatrix Kreiger. That's Kreiger, pronounced Kreiger. Um, and any particular events or projects coming up, my 1 year anniversary is actually this Thursday.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay. Go check out.
And that's going to be exciting because, well, not only is it going to be a celebration, I may or may not have a new model to show off.
Ooh. Okay. That's spicy. Spicy. You got new models.
The only other thing that really goes on that isn't going to be happening anytime soon is I like to host my super scary the super scary season. That's what I called it. It's been a while. On in October, I like to play horror games through the entire month. And I actually have, I don't know if you ever saw Devil Beatrix, but
I think I have.
Devil Beatrix makes her appearance, and she'll come in and host this super spooky season.
Okay. Well, any other things to shout out? But that's gonna wrap it up with this episode of Spawn Point. Thank you, B, for joining.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we're gonna end it right here. Bye.
All right, bye. Ah.
People just want more and more. Some